Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another Tuesday video. Yeah, Tuesday video. This is going up on Tuesday. We're gonna do another Masters of Horror. Today we're talking about Rob Zombie. That was so lame. I'm really sorry. Before we get into anything though, I want to say thank you to my creepy patron peeps for your support of my channel. Thank you so much. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link in the description. Really quick announcement, guys, and then I'll bring you back to your regularly scheduled Naima Maven programming. I do want to let you guys know that I'm going to be live streaming on Friday, September 7th. It's the 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my 4-year anniversary on YouTube. Don't really know what we're gonna do yet. I'm thinking like some sort of like games and fun things, maybe some stupid YouTube quizzes or something YouTube related, I don't know. And there will be a giveaway in the live stream as well, so I hope to see you guys there. If you saw my previous video, I talked about Wes Craven. I never know what side it comes up on. It's up at the top somewhere. I'll link the video. Where I kind of just, I don't know, I just created some very general and generic questions that can be applied to whatever horror director. And I thought it would be a fun video idea, calling it Masters of Horror. Not necessarily like a tag video. I didn't create it to be a tag, but like I said in the previous one, by all means, if you want to do it, please do. And you can apply it to whoever your favorite director is. So yeah, so I thought today I would do Rob Zombie because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like he's kind of like in a weird space where there's like people that really like his movies, and then there are people that really don't like his movies. But yeah, let's get into this. Stats. Rob Zombie was born January 12th, 1965, and his most well-known films are The Devil's Rejects and his remake of Halloween, which came out in 2007. So my personal favorite Rob Zombie film is House of a Thousand Corpses, which came out in 2003. For me, the movie just epitomizes what I love about Rob Zombie's movies, and that is style over substance. And I mean that in the best possible way. His films are so immersive just because of like the look of them, the lighting, the costumes, the set, even the performances too. I know that doesn't really fit into like the cinematography aspect, but they just are so immersive just based on their style. Like, you know, it's like, it's an interesting world. It draws you in, it keeps your attention, at least for me. And just like personally, I'm sure there are some people that have maybe analyzed Rob Zombie's movies. For me, there isn't really much to dissect with House of a Thousand Corpses. It's just batshit crazy and fun and freaky and gory, and you know, they're just fun and entertaining. And just for me, I don't know Rob Zombie personally, but I feel like that's kind of what he sets out to do sometimes. It's just to make an entertaining and crazy and awesome movie and not necessarily have it mean anything, if that makes sense. So I enjoy that. I love House of a Thousand Corpses. I've even carved jack-o'-lanterns. Last Halloween, I did 2 pumpkins that were House of a Thousand Corpses inspired, and the year before that, I did an Otis pumpkin. So I should be able to find the pictures that I posted on Instagram. I'll throw them up here so you can see. Talked about this one a couple of times. The first one that comes to mind is from the Halloween remake from 2007. It's when young Michael Myers kills his tormentor, his bully. There is just something about that scene that is so disturbing and so hard to watch. And I think it's just a combination of everything, the performances, like just the setting, the costumes, the editing, everything. Like, it's just so well done and such a disturbing scene, so violent. And it's really just, I know this sounds weird to say, maybe not to horror fans, but it's just a kid beating another kid with a big old tree branch. It's not like a torture porn scene. He's not like ripping out his insides or anything, but it's just so simplistic and terrifying and somehow hyper violent. And it reminds me of why I love movies, because like a scene like that, which obviously is not real, but it just like creates such a strong response with me, if that makes sense. And that's why I love movies. Another one is from his most recent film so far, 31, which came out 2016. I think most people would agree on this too. It's Richard Brake's monologue at the very beginning of the movie, pretty much, as Doomhead. I was not expecting that when I went to the theater to go see this. Until it reveals the character he's talking to, it looks like he's breaking the fourth wall and talking to the audience, kind of. And he's just like so in your face, and there's no cuts, and I was just like glued to my seat. I don't even remember people even crunching on popcorn when that monologue was happening.
You know what they say, Kemosabe? In hell, everybody loves popcorn.
Down, semi-truck kill. Semi-truck kill from The Devil's Rejects. That whole sequence is pretty great. Like her, you know, the housekeeping lady, you know, going into the room, and she just like bursts out with her fucking husband's face on her face. And yeah, I love that kill. Like after all of that, like she, you know, is killed just being run over by a big old truck. I don't know. I love that scene. His movies have iconic characters in them. I'm gonna go with Charlie from 31, who is played by Sherry Moon Zombie, and I think, like, hands down, I think that is my favorite role that she has ever played. She kind of had a bit of a final girl thing going on in 31, I feel like, and I liked that. I really liked that. It was kind of different from, she's been the lead so many times, you know, like the lead character, which I guess would kind of technically make her the final girl, but I don't know, she felt most like a final girl in 31, and I really liked that kind of like change of pace for her character, if that makes sense. You guys know I had to do this. This is a personal quote from the director, not from one of their films. Again, so many quotable lines in his movies, couldn't pick one. This one says, the only thing I ever really care about is animals, animal causes. I don't care about people that much, but animals, I feel like they always need to be protected. I had to throw that in there because Rob Zombie is a vegan. And while he is not the reason why I went vegan myself, he is definitely, him and Sherry Moon are definitely one of my inspirations to stay that way. And I just love... I kind of just love telling people that Rob Zombie is vegan, because I just like seeing the kind of like confusion and then shock on their faces. Like, really? Like I guess his look and, you know, his style of music and the type of movies he directs, like you kind of feel like, you know, he's like the last person on the earth that would ever be vegan for whatever reason. So I love telling people that he is. I know that's weird. But yeah. I don't know, I just love that he is, and I love that he's so passionate about it, and that's awesome. I actually haven't not seen any of his feature films. Even the least favorites, which I think my least favorites of his movies are everyone's least favorites. I think generally Lords of Salem and his Halloween too. Even those movies I've seen more than 3 times. Like, I don't know if his music videos count too, because I'm pretty sure he directs those also. So I've definitely seen all of those. At least what I've seen from interviews and like behind the scenes stuff, he seems like he knows exactly what he wants in terms of like his movies, like what he wants like style wise and how he wants it to look and sound and feel, and he just goes for it, which I think is very admirable in especially given, you know, like I know how everyone talks about how Hollywood is so bad, but there are so many movies that you could point to as an example of like something that would have been really cool and really creative and different, and sometimes the studios just fuck it all up to try and make it more cookie cutter and make it seem like all these other movies, and sometimes they ruin something that could be really awesome. I like that he knows what he wants, and you know, in terms of his movie making, and just goes for it, and I think that's really rad and that's cool. That's it. That's my Masters of Horror video for Rob Zombie. Like I said in the beginning and in my previous video, I don't intend for this to be a tag, so I've not been tagging anybody in these, but by all means, if you want to do a video or a blog post or something like that, using these very general questions that create like I say that because they just, you know, it took no creative effort on my part to make these questions. By all means do. And the whole point of it is to be like not a Wes Craven tag or a Rob Zombie tag, but just to be like a horror director's thing, like a Masters of Horror tag, if it were a tag video, which it's not really, but I'm going in circles. If you want to do it, you can, by all means. Yeah, let me know what you think about Rob Zombie as a director in the comment section down below. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a creepy peep today. I post videos Monday through Friday, and you can ring that notification bell down there to be notified every time I post a video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye!